Hello, Columbia, and welcome to City View, where we bring you an inside view of the city of Columbia. In our top story, the city of Columbia recently held the 35th annual Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. celebration. The celebration was held at King Park on MLK Day on January 16th. We share with you some of the highlights from this year's ceremony.
And we're just so honored to have him here with us today. With that, please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Alex English.
Now that I've read the book, I listened to the book, I feel better educated on Dr. King's life. In listening to his book, I got a general feeling about how he might have felt about the things that were going on in his life. I felt like I was there being a part of it, part of the history that was being made. And in actuality, I was, because a lot of things that were happening during some of that era, I was a young boy growing up here in Columbia, South Carolina.
We have a $100 scholarship that will go to Tyler Jackson for the Center for Knowledge North. Tyler Jackson, is Tyler Jackson here on today? There you go. Come on, Tyler. Come on, y'all give him a hand. All right, next we have $250 scholarship award goes to Benjamin Brown of Dreher High School. All right. $500 scholarship award goes to Anaya Hodges of Keenan High School. Anaya. Last but not least, we have a $1,000 scholarship award that goes to Sindel Dibble of Swansea High School.
It's great to have everybody here today as we're here to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King. Dr. King once said that there's never a right time to do the right thing. So every day we're going to continue to do the right thing in Columbia, South Carolina. We're going to continue to work together as a community to improve and remove barriers so that everyone has an opportunity to succeed by choosing their path with no barrier from us, no barrier from anyone else.
The rays of Martin's dream, as it become an actuality in our lives and in this city and community of ours. Bless us individually and yet collectively. Allow this celebration not only just to be a celebration today, but allow this celebration to metastasize throughout this city and in this community.
In other news, as we kick off the new year, a ribbon cutting ceremony was recently held for Peak Drift Brewing Company located in North Columbia.
You know, on paper, it feels like it's just a brewery. I'm here to remind you all that it's so much more than that. It's increasing quality of life. It's bringing millennials, those that are looking for smaller cities to plant their roots in, to come choose Columbia over other places like, I don't know, Greenville and Charleston. But, and most importantly, it's cultivating a local economy, right? And I think the most special part about this opening is that we have local entrepreneurs doing it. They are deeply invested in making sure that not only this business succeeds, but that there's community buy-in, that there is a long-term plan for engaging all of the different stakeholders that care and live in Columbia.
Another initiative that kicked off this year is Project Child Safe. National officials recently visited Columbia and collaborated with Mayor Daniel Rickerman and Councilwoman Audrey Bustles on this child safety gun lock giveaway program.
Now, for those of you that may be unfamiliar with Project Child Safe, it's a national firearm safety program that was founded in 1999 by the National Shooting Sports Foundation. The program promotes safe firearm handling and responsible gun ownership with a focus on securely storing guns when they're not in use. To date, the program has distributed more than 40 million free gun locks through partnership with more than 15,000 law enforcement agencies and community partners across all 50 states and 5 U.S. territories. Here in Columbia, we will provide thousands of free cable-style gun locks to gun owners through partnerships with the organizations standing alongside me today. We're also offering free resources on firearm safety and suicide prevention.
To join a program with national attention, really to infiltrate our communities and share an opportunity for people to have storage, responsible use, and gun safety that protects all citizens in every neighborhood, no matter where you live. As part of this citywide initiative, our law enforcement, local law enforcement community leaders will help share educational materials around the storage, the distribution of these cable locks.
As the person who launched Lock It Up Columbia, it means a lot to see our community getting engaged about safe gun storage and really continuing to promote efforts to reduce gun violence in our communities. It's also great to see our community partner with CPD, with the Sheriff's Office, and with so many other key stakeholders, because it really does take a village to ensure that every child lives a life free from violence.
For those who may be seeking a new career in this new year, please know that our 911 Communication Center is currently seeking call dispatchers and call takers. Positions are open for both. Again, our 911 Columbia Richland Communication Center is looking for valuable employees to join their team.
Okay, so a call taker is exactly what the title describes. It is individuals that take incoming calls. They do take both emergency, 911 and non-emergency calls, and enter them into the computer system. And from that point, the call then transfers in the computer over to the telecommunicator position. And the telecommunicator position, most people probably think of it as the old radio dispatcher. That is the new terminology for that profession. And they are the ones who actually read the calls entered by the call taker and then give them out, dispatch them over the radio to responders, be it fire, EMS, or law.
Come and join CRC. You can be reached at you can give me a call at our office if you want, if you need any more information, 803-988-8005. We have some postings on Indeed as well. And you can also go to our City of Columbia website, where we also have our webpage on there as well. If you go to the employment tab, you will see all of the positions now available in the City of Columbia. If you find telecommunicator or call taker, we have second shift positions available, which is another way of saying night shift, and we have day and night shift positions available. So if you have any type of interest, don't hesitate to either go to our website if you want to look into things or put in your application, or give us a phone call if you just have any questions, because we're always there.
Recently, Councilwoman Tina Herbert hosted a North Columbia development meeting, during which she gathered with local stakeholders in North Columbia to talk about the future of the area and where do we go from here.
So what I will say is what I took from this is that report that we did, 14, 15 years ago, that the main goals are still the same, right? Reinvent the image of North Columbia, preserve existing single-family neighborhoods, develop supportive retail services.
I want to invite our mayor, Mayor Rickman, to come give greetings for 2 whole minutes.
She told me before I came tonight I had less than 2 minutes to speak. But first of all, I want to thank Tina for pulling this together. As you know, North Columbia, this stretch is what I've said for the last several years is the new pioneer. It is our opportunity of a lifetime to grow and have something totally incredible.
Once again this year, the City of Columbia was proud to partner with the American Heart Association for National Wear Red Day. Go Red Columbia and Go Red for Women. an effort to increase awareness about heart disease among women in our community and across the nation.
And I hope that people will continue to do what's right, go to the doctor's office, get checked, make sure, because today with medicine, technology, and treatment that's available, my father may have been alive today if he had been in that same situation. So let's use what we have out there to make sure that we all live long, healthy lives for our family's sake and for the good of our community.
A special thank you to the City of Columbia for your continued support for Go Red for Women. The American Heart Association started the Go Red for Women movement to empower women to take charge of our own heart health. Each year, the first Friday in February is recognized as National Go Red Day. It's a day where men and women can all come together and wear red and raise awareness for the #1 killer of women, heart disease. For over 30 years, more women than men have died each year from heart disease, and the gap between men and women's survival rate continues to widen. 16 women die in South Carolina every day, and more women in the Midlands will die from cardiovascular disease than all forms of cancer combined. The good news is that most cardiac events can be prevented, and that's why I'm so thankful that you are all here today, because Wear Red Day is no longer about just wearing red. It's about all women making a commitment to stand together with Go Red and take charge of their own heart health, as well as those they love.
I particularly love red for this reason, and support it wholeheartedly in the efforts to bring awareness through the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women movement in this fight against heart disease and stroke in women. I take it very personally because it has affected me personally.
Well, that wraps up this edition of City View, where we bring you an inside view of the City of Columbia. We thank you for watching on behalf of the City of Columbia and the Public Relations, Media, and Marketing Department. Please stay in touch with us by calling us at 803-545-3020. You may email us at pio@columbiasc.gov, and you can definitely stay connected through our social media platforms on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. As always, we appreciate you watching, and remember, we are Columbia.